Papa Jerome. It's bed day, guys. And Jerome come out and say all the tools, guys, all the tools will be used. See you very soon. Enjoy the intro. What's up, everybody? How is everyone going around the world right now? Whew! Is it golden here? Is it just me? Damn, guys. 1824. Let me just move this, actually. It might be a bit better. How do I do this? There we are. That's better. Why have I never thought about doing that before? Hopefully it's coming through clear. Look at this gold trade. 1824. Boom. Boom goes the dynamite. Long leg doji. We talked about this in the webinar. It's amazing how fast participation happens, guys. We talked about it, only half an hour ago, 45 minutes ago. I was rabbiting on about how I love this trade here. I love the confirmation. I love 1840 for gold, and it is firing on all cylinders very early here into the session, into Jerome Day, into the Fed. I tell you what, beautiful stuff. I wanted to just talk with the community about this straight away. This is an incredibly important thing. In fact, what I might do is I might even shoot this as a bit of extra content for the room. So let me just pull back here for a second, and let's do 5-minute video that I'll record and chip. All right, welcome everyone to the video. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most important things, how to recognize stop hunts, and then how to see markets that actually, wait, we're going to restart that. All right, everybody, welcome to the video here. Today, we're going to be recognizing how to find stop hunts, and when we find stop hunts, how to take maximum advantage of those. We've got gold here, and it is live at this time. And of course, if you're watching this in a recording, welcome, and hopefully you enjoy and subscribe to the stream. There's a lot to unpack here, but firstly, I want to talk about when stop hunts happen and what this means for our trades. Straight away, we see the closure that happened below this previous support zone. This is really key because this happens on all time frames. It happens on the 2-hour, happens on the 4-hour, happens on the 8-hour. We then get a massive confirmation boost in terms of the opposite direction. And what this does is it triggers sell positions, but it also triggers a lot of stop losses because a lot of people will have stop losses underneath these previous wicks. Now, when you get this incredible full-on momentum rejection, if you go over to something like a daily here and you see what we saw on gold, which is a huge bullish hammer, or some people will know it as a pin bar, what this is telling us is that it was a stop hunt. It's confirming the opposite direction off previous resistance, so you know it was at an incredibly critical support resistance area. And when we see a follow-up like this with a long leg doji, or even followed up momentum with a new bullish high, we know that the market has completely reversed. It has taken the ultimate amount of money from the traders, which is, of course, what we're looking for here. It's all about Wall Street taking maximum advantage. If you look at Wyckoff theories, if you look at a lot of theories out there on technical analysis, it's all about taking maximum extraction. And this is a classic case of a stop hunt with a full reversal, with then, of course, the movement through. So I want to take this one step further because how do you get into trades like this? And I want to talk to you guys about one of the things that I always look for. Indecision at the peak and then a decision being made is one of my critical things that I look for breakouts. So here we have a bullish hammer, 2-hour coming through. We have a long leg doji, which is an indecision candle. Effectively, we have a high, we have a low point, and then we have the middle point right here. And what you'll notice is that it's not so much the next candle here that pushes through the buys, but it's the candle that goes above this long leg doji and closes, which is this one here. This signal is incredibly strong. And what we're seeing live right now at the time of this recording is a huge amount of participation in the gold trade, because this triggers the buys. This triggers basically maximum extraction has occurred. We've taken out the stops down here. We've pushed in the opposite direction. We've done another nasty stop hunt. And right here, right now, we're taking out all the shorter stop losses. So once you go past these two highs here, what are you doing? You're triggering all of those stop losses. They're being converted into buys. And then we start to see that max huge participation level. And I think over the last couple of years, this has been faster than we've ever seen it. So the speed at which these extractions are happening and the speed at which this participation is happening due to algorithms in the market is incredibly quick. And I expect this now to go to the next participation zone. And that's very easy for us to go and spot, because what we do is we use the higher level technical analysis, and straight away you'll see somewhere around this 1840 to 1845 zone is where we expect them to participate to. So whether it happens in one giant candle or whether it happens in pullback candles a long time, this is a high statistical chance, and it has all the hallmarks of a stop hunt, of another big extraction going on here, and of course a follow-on effect. Hopefully that helps, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Okay, so now that we've finished that recording, which we might do sometimes here, guys, welcome to the stream. And I hope that you're all enjoying the session. I hope you're very happy that, of course, we've got some green skies here on the Nasdaq early. US500 also 0.31. And I want to talk about the big news of the day, which is, of course, Papa Jerome. Powell is going to be coming out. I don't know whether he wears a mask anymore. I don't think so. And he'll be basically stressing patience in Capitol Hill. We're not going to do anything. We'll use all the tools. We'll continue everything. Let's hope that's what he says. I think that the Fed knows that even with one bit of information, it's not enough just yet. I think that yesterday's shakeout near the close is nastiness. And I also expect that we're going to have a bullish run into Jerome's speech. And then after Jerome's speech, you're still going to usually see a negative effect. So remember, this is not the first time we've live streamed into a Jerome testifying event. We always see this bullish market action in the morning, and then that's often followed by a little bit of bearishness through the session into him talking about whatever he's going to say. Then it usually sells off during his talking and recovers afterwards. You guys know what we're talking about there. You see it all the time. Sapphire says, I thought we were done already. No, we're not done. Inflation was 5.4%. Expected was 4.9%, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, Musti, something like that. It was 0.9% higher. Look, overall, the inflation number is one thing, but it's only one piece of data. Remember, it's about the culmination of data events over a series of points. Gold, by the way, is looking really strong here. Whether it goes all the way to 1840 in this session, I don't know, but that's a super buy that happened before. And if you guys are in it, congratulations. Yeah, solid stuff there going on in the markets. Let's move over to US 100. I just want to quickly mention this. So Apple's firing here. Bad news for Australian traders. If you're in Afterpay, it looks like Apple is looking at potentially doing a buy now, pay later kind of event here. And what that means is we're going to have really a time in the market where it's going to be very interesting to see how many of these large corporations take already existing successful small companies' ideas and slam them into their own ecosystem and, of course, dominate out those small businesses. That's what Amazon, Apple, and, of course, Google and Facebook have been doing for years. And if they continue that, then the FANG will become even more powerful, and I could see them splitting them up over the next decade. Let's have a look at this closure or the movement that's going on right now. We go down to the 4-hour, which is our favorite time frame to be following, and we'll notice that yesterday through the sell, the 4-hour 20 again held up. We like two moving averages here. We like the 4-hour 50 for the deeper pullbacks, and for the day traders and scalpers, you're loving that 4-hour 20 as long as the market continues to make new peaks. I think we're getting dangerously close. You know what I believe this is right now? It's a buy the rumor, sell the fact economic kind of, let's call it like a new season. Basically, as we see the results of these businesses come out, I believe based on what we saw with the banks yesterday, which is they knock it out of the park and then it sells off, this is what could be happening on the FANG. What do you guys think? What does the community think about that? Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? What is the opinion of most of you with the idea of what the expectation is here on the market, with Apple moving so strongly, with the FANG breaking out of control? Here's Apple here in the pre-market up 2%, 148. Do you really think it's going to justify these results when it does come out with earnings in the next couple of weeks? I don't think so. See what the community says. Maybe JP wearing a mask will be like the opinions derived from Greenspan. Okay, yep, thank you very much, DC85. Then we've got here, if I can avoid giving money to Amazon and Apple, I will, says Darth Sidious. Fair enough. Then M. Howell99 says, is there bond bounce today? We'll definitely check that out. And then a few people say, yes, expectations are going to be too high. Greg Sarro says 100% buy rumor, sell fact. And DJ AJ says agree, everything is so high. We're going to have to be nimble as a community. By the way, 888 viewers, very lucky. Thank you for 888. Oh, that went to 942, but very lucky we're for the section there. So I think that everyone's going to have a great day. But yeah, we're at a critical time where we need to understand that we are near the peak of what I believe will therefore be a significant pullback. Now, we're not talking about a crash. Some people will go, I'll probably put crash in the comment though. Don't worry about that. But in the content, I'll be talking about the reality. You got to use a bit of the clickbait, guys. Don't downvote me for clickbait. It has to be done. I'm telling you, YouTube it needs clickbait. There's nothing you can do about it. But overall, I believe we're at a point where it's just not enough extra extraction for us. If we go to the QQQ, we look at this chart, we look at the top of the trend line, we know we're getting close to the tippity top. Whether the tippity top's 370, whether it's 375, I don't know yet. Of course, the trend line gets hit. But I will be very surprised if somewhere around this level, up to 380, we don't see the beginning of bears coming back in. We've got to put this in perspective. We go to the weekly. We've had very long rallies. So we've obviously had some pullbacks now. We had that massive big rally that came in initially after the pandemic. Then we had our second big rally with a pullback back down to the 20. Then we had a miniature rally, pullback back down to the 20. And now we've got a fairly significant rally here that we've been following now for quite a few months. And that's been going very, very nicely. But where ultimately would a rally need to come back to? The 20 exponential moving average. And you will say, well, Tom, it's following behind by 20 candles. True, but it's getting that percentage away. You know what I like to do? I like to get this I like to use the most basic concepts in life that make sense when it comes to trading. And one of the things that you can do is you can say, okay, well, how long was it away before the last crash, before the last pullback? 10%. Very interesting. Let's take the current price. Current price is 7.97. Let's say it gets up here in the next couple of weeks coming into earnings, around that 10%. Is that important? I believe it is important because that's what we did last time around to predict the fall off. Over here, this was incredibly far away. So we had that massive expansion and we were actually 17.84% away. So whenever we're getting near a 9 or a 10, I start to panic from a perspective of we're too far away from the moving average. And therefore, we're going to get that kind of flash pullback. Here's an example, 9%. It's not rocket science to make perfect, legitimate, big brain sense in the markets, guys. It takes a little tool where you literally just get the difference between the moving average and you say, mind blown, we're too far away. Let's follow it by the moving averages. We're going to continue to maximum extract from this market. Even before the pandemic occurred, we were too far away. It was always going to crash, at least down to the 20 exponential. It's too far away. That's just the reality of when you're trading these markets. Do you guys agree with that? Let me know. Do you like it? Do you not like it? It'd be very interesting. By the way, Dave, if someone is super chatting, it looks like I may not have my alerts. So if someone's super chatted, please send them to me, Dave. That's one of the mods, because I'm not getting them at this stage, or maybe no one's done it. I'm not sure. Barber and T-Doc popping this morning. Will we do the TA on them? Absolutely, Kent, we will. At this stage, we're following all of the stocks the same way. We're using the FANG. It is still going to be all about, and again, the FANG is getting far away. We can use our tool here. How far was the FANG away at this peak? 24%, pretty damn high. How far away is it right now? Only a smidgen on 10. So this is the most extreme. Most of the time, 10% away from the 20 is the time we need to start being, okay, we're scared, but we're still optimistic. How do we follow this trend and get maximum extraction? One of the ways that we do that, 20 moving average. Here, we find the thing that this thing is following. So if we have this 20 moving average here, and we know that it's making new peaks, and then coming back down, new peak, coming back down, it's beautiful stuff. It's exactly what we want to see. Now, if it breaches, so let's say it comes up, makes a lower peak, and then breaches the 20, do we get out? As a day trader, as a swing trader, you would. You actually would. As an investor, it's a totally different ball game. What an investor does is they hodl those stocks and then they look for dips to put in more money, or they scale part of their order off. We've talked about the rule of thirds. That's the type of thing that people often do. Okay, thank you very much, Dave. All right, we do have the first super chat. There we go. Thank you very much, Ozak Granite LLC. $1 coming through there. No message, but I do appreciate your test. Thank you very much, sir. And welcome to the 1,200 viewers. So 2 hour for the FANG. This is probably my most important chart I'm looking at right now. And the second most important chart to show us whether the crash or some correction is going to occur is going to be in the bonds. I call the bonds smart money. It's very hard to trade bonds, so I don't recommend it for most people. I also think that bonds are very specific on timing. So you've got to have a very specific timing for them. You need to know and understand exactly where you're at with a cycle and all of these type of good things. But if a bond market starts running away and starts moving up, and you see a technical resistance come in at the same point as your, so say the US 500 is finding a resistance or the QQQ, and the bond market's going mental, you've got to start putting your blinkers on and say, okay, I know that the smart big money is going short, and therefore all that's left in the buyers, and you're probably going to see this in volume, is going to be the retail community. Thanks so much, guys. We've got Matthew Harris coming in with $5 Australian. Says, up the Maroons. If anyone doesn't know what that is rugby. Because I come from Melbourne, we don't do rugby down here. We have good rugby teams, but barely anyone knows what they are. But I must admit, I love the rivalry between New South Wales and Queensland. There's nothing better than I love watching those the rugby matches up there when I do go up there. Mike super chatted $5, gave me a burger sticker. Thank you very much, Mike, for testing it out. Appreciate it, guys. So a lot of stuff to break down. We've broken down so far the US 100, the US 500 from a perspective. If we're still on track here, as long as Jerome says the right things. I do not expect him not to say the right things today at all. And it will be the will of Wall Street on what happens. The CPI news, we can flash that out for now. It's not enough information compounding together to allow the Fed to do the bad stuff to us, to take away the sweet stimulus packages. But, we'll need to be very, very careful. Another benefit is that our resistance got hit on the US 10-year, which is pushing this down now and squeezing the 10-year lower, which is pushing our Nasdaq position higher. So this is also a good benefit. Support becomes resistance, and we'll be watching 10-year as well. But as I mentioned in today's video, this was a critical thing that I was looking at, and we're putting together those bits of the puzzle. Now we move over to the dollar index, another good sign for the market today. DXY is actually falling. We've talked about the weekly being the key here, and I maintain that. I don't care about the dollar index unless we see a weekly close above the 50 or we see follow on below the 92. We see underneath the 92, you better believe I'll be checking it out and taking in some shorts here. But at this stage, I'm in limbo land. limbo land on the dollar index. We'll move over to a few stocks. What were the ones mentioned before that we had? Let's go ba, says Bull Rocket. Now, if you don't know, Bull Rocket has one of the worst portfolios I've ever seen in my life. No offense, Bull Rocket. He's got the Baba, 95% proud Baba owner, and 5% JD, or so he tells us. In your honor, Bull Rocket, we will do the Baba to start off with the stocks today. And, you know, we weren't right the first time, but the second time, I believe we've been proven correct with our millions of technical lines that we put on this chart. Baba is firing hard, 3.6% up in the pre-market, 217. Congratulations to people that had the guts to find that 200, to find it in themselves, to believe that this trend line that goes through many, many years, by the way, was going to be a decent pickup. Now, I'm not a huge bull on the Chinese tech stocks over the short, medium term. And the main reason, I think, is the government intervention, but also the deglobalization that we're seeing. That's right, deglobalization was once a cool word. Globalization is cool, guys. Let's all do it. Now, since the pandemic, bring the jobs home. That seems to be the government thought process. So if it is, we need to be aware of that. We've also seen ARK, Cathy Wood, come out and say she's scaling back her pairs. But that doesn't mean there's not trades here and there's not some good money to be made. So 217, we expected, of course, to go to 220, 221. If it breaches that zone, let's have a look on the daily here. You'll notice how significant this closure, if it can hold, is. I mean, basically we have support becomes resistance, bad looking candle, and a monster big bull, 3.53 coming out this morning. So if that occurs, we get past 221, then we can put pressure on the 230, 240, and at 240, I expect huge sellers to come back in. So there could be some rallies through all of the Chinese stocks coming through over the next couple of sessions. We've got Baidu, much weaker. Again, you're looking for a 188 plus close here to signify some further bullish strength. We've got JD, amazing candle formation with these gaps coming off it. That led to some serious bullish pressure that came in. We did mention it on the stream. I'm looking at that to go to $80. Hopefully it can do so for people. And there's a lot to unpack today. There certainly is. We got a few other super chats coming in here from, we did Mike with the hamburger. Thank you very much. We've got Julio, Jerome, maybe Jerome, I think. $4.99. Hi with a wave. How can I set the red and blue moving average lines like yours, please? I tried everything. Nothing ends up looking like yours. Well, you are in luck because I'm actually going to make a trading view setup guide for the channel. I've promised it for months. I will record it either tomorrow or Friday, and I will upload it on the weekend. But if you want to do it, man, what you need to do is you need to just type in moving average, okay? And what you need is exponential, okay? And you'll select exponential, and it will come up on the screen. Now, it'll come up usually as just like one of these lines. It'll be thin. Then you'll want to go to settings. You'll want to make sure it says EMA and not SMA. Exponential means it puts more weighting on the most recent candles. And then you'll want to select a thicker line, whatever line thickness you like. I like that one, but you might like this one. I like this one. And then you will select the color that you like. And you'll put the input here, close, no offset. And of course, you want this to be the 50 and the 20 exponential. All right, so you want those two. And then you'll save it, and then you can save your template. So I will be coming out with a tutorial. It'll probably be like a 20-minute video, 15-minute video. I'll cover the basics. I'll cover everything to do with the setup like we've got it here. Why I set it up this way. We'll also add in our favorite MACD indicator and how you set that one up, because I get asked that question 5 times a week. So I might as well answer it in a video. And it's going to be a lot. It's going to be pretty good. So that's how you get the moving averages. The green one is a simple moving average. So you've got indicators, moving average, and in this case, you just select the normal one. Okay, don't select weighted, just select the normal one. Good luck. Thank you very much. $4.99 from Julio. We got Jonathan Trentwell, super chatted $5. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. The, of course, Christmas song. However, is that Bublé? I think that's Buble. He's a god. You know why Bublé's a god? He's like that, what's that Dutch guy that lives in a castle, Andre Rieu. Those two guys, they know how to take maximum extraction from their fan bases. So does Mariah Carey. Make random Christmas jingles and then do random live shows that appeal to people in nursing homes. I'm telling you, Andre Rieu is he's a beast. I'd buy stocks in him years ago. He was just analyzing it. Let's have a look at Snow here. So 1.28% up. Max, big bullish, huge kind of participation here. Then we see a pullback and a nasty candle yesterday. Look, I would love to close above this nasty candle because this, effectively, we put these 2 days together. What have we got? And you've got to kind of look at it this way. It's basically a low, a high, and body in the middle. What's that? An indecision candle at the peak. So we want today Snowflake to go up. We want it to ideally breach, at least get a nice close above here. What's that? About 271. So not a crazy ask for it. And then if it does, hopefully it can go towards the 300. I've got grand plans here for Snowflake. But for anyone that misses out on this trade, where do you start picking it up? I would say around that 253. There's a great resistance here that becomes support. Then you've got mega support resistance through the 240 as well. With this breach and with the breakout that's occurred, there should be some great levels coming up here on Snowflake in the future. For most of you in it, though, I'm sure you just want this thing to go straight to $300. Stella coming in with $5. Thank you very much, Stella. Hi, Tom. Could you please do TA on ASO in the US? Well, thank you very much for letting me know where it is. That's good because the code is different. How very interesting. Okay. So this has been an incredible run, hasn't it? But this consolidation has me worried instantly. So we are looking at a very dodgy looking chart right now. And it all comes down to this 50 exponential. And you know the bears are fully in control if this occurs. So there's a few things that I look at. Firstly, we have a peak with a slightly higher peak extraction. And then we have a lower peak or lower high, and then we're coming back down to the perfect level for the buyers to come back in. Now, you'll notice the buyers came in over here on the left-hand side. But if we put pressure back on this level and we ever close underneath this 50, what are we telling the market? We're ready to drop off. We're ready to drop off. We found the last level of dynamic support. We have a previous level of resistance, previous levels of support, and we've got lower highs coming into it. So when we put this down to a smaller time frame, like a 2 hour, and we kind of bring through, maybe it's not going to be a perfect trend line, but we bring through like these series of lower highs coming through. You know, if we're looking for bullish strength, we need it to breach past this so it can move up. And once it gets past this 42, then we should be able to see it go the distance, which would be 38 to 42, so around $4, and that will push it to the next level, let's say $46-ish. I actually don't mind the chart at all from a technical perspective. I noticed there was that volume with the gap. I don't know what happened there, I guess news. But this level here, if we breach underneath that, the sellers are fully in control. Lower peaks, weakening market. It's already taken some maximum kind of profiteering out of people over here. And this is the type of thing that, you know, usually leads to quite a significant sell-off. And if we take the distance of what our expectation would be, because we mentioned it's kind of like a channel here from a downside, we'd be looking at this thing going back to $33-ish, somewhere around there. So if you can willing to handle that, fine. But yeah, that's the kind of level that I believe it could go to if this thing keeps weakening. It's all down to this zone and the 50 exponential moving average. Thank you very much, Stella. Good chart. Knock Knock coming in with $2.99. FX Evol. Is fair dinkum the best? Smash the likes. Appreciate it. Evol. FX Evolution is the best, says Knock Knock. $2.99. Thank you very much for being a supporter, Knock Knock. I talk to you. I feel like you message me daily. Always about Bitcoin. But But I love the knock knock. It's great stuff, man. And you sent me some good memes and things that I've shared on Twitter as well, which I always appreciate. So thank you so much. Brent Masenko, super chat of $5. Good morning, Tom. From an educational outlook, what are your thoughts on trailing stop percentages when you use the market, when you think the market is close to a correction but not there yet? I'm not a huge fan of percentage stop losses. What I would do instead is find the moving average and then follow it using dynamics. So assuming, if you have like a trailing stop loss, you're saying percentage. Most people won't do it percentage. They'll be doing it like we follow it by $1 or we follow it by $2, or in currency terms, it might be 50 pips or 100 pips or something like that. I would say I don't ever like trailing stop losses like that. I would instead use moving averages and then find like a moving average it's following up with. So Apple, for an example, would be the 2 hour 20. But you've got to be prepared that when you let it go for whatever reason, that it's done. You don't just go back in, randomly and be like, oh, okay, I'm going back in because I saw it go up and I'm, really pissed off that I let it go. You've got to be content with your choice and move on to the next one. We all missed good opportunities. I could have bought a few houses in Melbourne, a few extra houses in Melbourne. I would have been even, doing very well if I'd done those. With my analysis, I was ready to pull the trigger, and then I ended up doing some other stuff in stocks and the company and all that type of thing. You always have another opportunity around the corner, and I never regret it. I just say, can I learn from that? Is there anything to learn, or am I very, very happy with that? And I see too many people, cry about, I shouldn't have taken that trade out. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. What are you going to do about changing it? Is there something that you could have done differently, or is that just the way it would have always played out? A great example for me is when I sold 155 Bitcoins or whatever it was for about $12 each. So, who's dumb? Am I dumb? I made them for free on a computer and made money. But if I held them, you could do the numbers, a lot of money. Now, the reality is if I go back to when I had those Bitcoins, I probably wasn't in the mindset to be able to hold Bitcoin past a couple of $100. I probably wasn't in the mindset to be able to hold it definitely past 3,000. I've told this story before, but I always say if you're in those types of investments, I always go with the rule of thirds. And you can never feel bad with the rule of thirds. So that might be a third off at a certain key level, another third off at a certain key level, and then hodl the last third if you believe it has unlimited potential. And if I'd done that on Bitcoin, I might not even be talking to you guys right now, because you know what? My 155, they would have set you up for life, guys. Damn. Sagar Gad Hock. So yeah, to answer it, dynamic and troughs and peaks would be the way I'd cover it. Sagar Gad Hock, Singapore 698. Hi Tom, could you please do TA on Upwork, UPWK? Great morning videos, catch them every day. Appreciate it, Sagar. Appreciate that. Let's just do Tesla here for everybody. So I'm pretty bullish Tesla here. Am I wrong to be bullish? I hope not. I mean, Tesla, it's not my favorite trading tool recently because of the huge amounts of manipulation. But you know what? I was pretty happy with the way it traded over here. I was pretty happy with the way it came down. I was happy with the bounce. So what's to say the technicals aren't working right now? They seem to be. So we're on a moving average of a 20 exponential moving average on a 2 hour. We've got a Fibonacci pullback to the 38.2. And if you think about it, if this thing can rally through the morning, let's just say it can. I know Neo's down, but if it can rally through the morning and it doesn't breach underneath this zone, then once it gets past like a 672, that could be a trigger for further buying pressure to the 690 and 700 zone. If it gets underneath this zone, unfortunately, I could see it come all the way back down. So I don't want it underneath the zone, but yeah, I feel like around this area is the right level for Tesla to find the bullish, movements again. This is the area. What do you guys think? You reckon Tesla's bull? Is it bull or bear today? Guys, tell me right now. What do you think? Bull or bear? Let's do Upwork. 2 hour. Wow. It's a big candle, isn't it? Nice. So we talked about upwork over here. I remember in June. Very beautiful into the resistance. Great coiling. Daily closure up above. It's very nice. I like that. Let's have a look at what the full power of this should have been. Okay, 68. So we'll go 70. Get that technical kind of thing. As it stopped before it rounds. Didn't stop here at round. We have to learn the lie of the land. 40 stopped. 60 stopped. So 70 should be the next stop for it. Look, it's a great closure. It's a pull off. So it sold off near the end of the day, but everything did yesterday. So it had some great bullish pressure come through for whatever reason. Came back down to the previous resistance acting as support. There's no doubt that I totally see why it's at 62.45 this morning. This is a great buy zone. So that's why there are buyers coming in, 2.88% up pre-market. And there is some work here. There's some good work it can do. 70 would be my target, pending the market goes well. Don't see any reason why it shouldn't be able to do it. Good luck. Thank you. Well, you guys are smashing with super chats today. Let's quickly go on with some stuff that we should be looking at together. So we'll do the crypto for the crypto guys. Crypto guys. When can we talk about crypto properly? When, guys, when? It sucks. And I've said that I've said that every day pretty much for the last couple of weeks. I still reiterate for new viewers that we're looking at the weekly closure above the 50 or below as the key between the bulls and the bears. Look, it's not looking great here middle of the week, but everything can turn very, very quickly. 32.4. Okay, it is what it is. Let's scroll down here. Daily starting to look a little bit better. Rejected 31.546. I thought it would go down to 30.80. So it's good to see it even find rejection. Again, I'm not trading this technically right now. I don't think it's acting that well. And therefore, it all comes down to that weekly. It's gone up to 32.7, then rejected that. Let's have a look at the 2 hour. All right. Do we have some type of trend line through here that it's respecting? Not really, in my opinion. I mean, it's at the previous support, which acts as resistance. I'd like to see the bulls, if they're going to clip it through here. The bears are fairly in control of this right now. And as I say most days here, I just go over and look at this. I refresh it. And I'm not seeing the signs right now of the whales getting out of their shorts. I mean, the whale shorts continue to stack up. I want to see that start to decline. And when that starts to decline, it gives me bullishness that the whales have extracted their value and we're ready to actually see some rally here in Bitcoin. At this stage, the whales are being nasty. They're trying to ruin our fun. And that's really all I'm looking at, just those two things. It's pretty simple, but I think it works okay. Can you do Neo? I can have a look at Neo for you. So Neo bounced off the 43 the other day. It's a great rally here in Neo. It hit our final line. You know I haven't changed any of the lines we've had here. They've always been the same. The only one I added was this for the other day for the resistance. Look, how do I say this? Neo, you've got left, you've got head, you've got right shoulder possibility. Now, I don't think that's going to occur. It's stuck within two little ranges here on the smaller time frames. We know there's support around this $43 buy zone. So there should be buyers there for sure. And if we get a closure breakout either side or either direction, then hopefully that can be followed on by, either bulls above and bullish movements here, or the bears take control and push it down to the low. I don't really like this chart. There's nothing for me. And if there's nothing for me, there's nothing for me. But you do have your bull, where your bull triggers are, and you've got your bear triggers. Stuck in a range on the smaller time frames. Good luck on Neo. Let's have a look at the Webull scanner here this morning. See what's going well. So we've got Alibaba coming out with a 3.31%. Then we've got Zimmer BGNE, Old Dominion, Snowflake 1, SE 1.09. What's bad? What is bad today? BlackRock, down quite hard. Johnson & Johnson, not much reds. Not much reds. Let's go to the watch list, pre-market. Peloton, down 2.8. AMC, down 2.67. We'll have to talk about AMC soon. Oh, that's looking super disgusting. Michael, if you're out there, Mitchell, I think it is. I hope you didn't buy it yesterday because, yeah, as we said, it wasn't the best. So I hope you didn't get into that one. Unfortunately, AMC down under the 40 zone is not a positive thing. Today is super important for AMC. If it holds, it holds, and if it doesn't, I could see a lot of sellers and a lot of fear come into the market. Best in the speculation is Sundial, but we don't talk about Sundial. So as far as I'm concerned, I didn't see it. Did you see it? I didn't. We have Eka Aurora. Ooh. Oh, wait, we've got one before that. Richard Verling, super chat of $4.99. Zilla, please. That's XELA. Zella. 1 hour. Let's go to the daily. So this has been ramping quickly. Just so you know, community, it's $256 million company, so quite small in the scheme of things. And it looks like it's a, what is this, chat? Can anyone tell me what type of trade this looks like? Yep, Dave, I did do that, guy. Thank you very much. Ozark Granite as well before, so just testing the super chats. What type of trade do I believe this is? This is a pumpy dumpy, guys. Pumpy dumpy. Learn from the left-hand side the way it trades. I don't like it. But if you know what it is, then maybe you can take maximum advantage of it. Seems to have stopped just before $8 before, so we did that over on the other side. Is there going to be much technical analysis here that you can do? Not really. 20 moving average, 2 hour, found 2 buying pressures. So maybe that is where the dips come in. And then, of course, the bullish pressure occurs. But this is no doubt a pumpy dumpy. I don't have much faith in it. I don't know what it is. But based on that left-hand side, it looks dirty. And yeah, I mean, how many days has it been rallying for now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Big one, weaker than the previous one. Up 14% pre-market. 492. 550 breach should signify huge bullish pressure here based on that left-hand side. So you're looking at this creating like a massive rally. But mark my words, this is the type of thing that you need to get in and you need to get the hell out of for sure. We've got Huey coming in with a membership of the Day Trader. Thank you very much, Huey. Appreciate it. I hope you're looking forward to your the new Star Trek, by the way, man. Looks like you've got a picture of Q as your image. So I know who you are, Huey. And make sure to see you in the Discord communities as well. Make sure you link those ones up, man. Look forward to seeing you in there very, very soon. So, Richard, yeah, there's not much we can do here. It just is what it is. Then we've got Eka coming in with some cool stuff. He's got QRVO. Okay, and Bank Nifty. All right, so QRVO. For anyone that doesn't know, Eka generally gives us some pretty damn good TA. So let's have a look if he's got some good TA today. So he's going with he seems to be going with a general concept here, which is he likes the rejection wicks. And he also likes to kind of get these breakouts near the peak. So firstly, I like your, effectively what is trough, peak, high trough, high peak, pullback, pickup. And I'm sure that's where you probably got it, Eka. That's a great trade, man. And congratulations if that's where you have gotten it, because that's sweet. Now, what you're looking at today is you're looking at follow through from 2 rejections. So there's got a rejection here and a rejection here. And you're in at the resistance, I assume, at the open, 197.15. Yeah, so that brings us to about this C. Chris Collins, yeah, man, can you call me? Not call me. Can you message me on Discord, please? I swear, I'll connect you, but I need to see your Discord. He's just sent me a message about getting access. please message me. Otherwise, send my email, thomas@fxevolution.com. Send me an email, and I'll hook up with you and get you connected. No worries. It's not too hard, but I understand it's, that sometimes getting the connection can be a little bit difficult. So we'll go with the 197 as the key resistance here. We're looking for breakout, and I think it has all the hallmarks of a very nice follow-on effect that could happen here as well, Eka. You've done a good one here because we've got two nice little bullish wicks. We've got follow through this morning, and if this thing can get, a little bit higher, even if it gets 200 pulled back here, this has got the hallmarks of breakout time. It's breakout time for electronic technology. It's a semiconductor as well. I love semiconductors right now. It looks good, dude. Where's the next level? We can actually pretty much pick it up. First move, this length. Second move, oh, what's that? It's the same length? Third move, 210, bro. 210. Look, the pullbacks will be pretty relevant, pretty similar as well. It's amazing when great TA works out. You're the man, Eka. You're the man. You're finding good stuff. I like that. QRVO. Let's see how it plays out. I'll add it to my list. Nice. Give Eka some claps. He also has Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty. Oh, yeah. Another breakout. It's a very similar style, hey, man. Yes. Oh, got the hallmarks that I like as well. Nice rejection candle, trying to bull through that. And you're right, 36,000, also a key critical zone. That's the weekly. Let's have a look at the daily. Cool. Resistance, nice. Long, little bit of a doji-like kind of candle. I probably want this. It's doing all the right things. Series of higher lows. Again, shows momentum. Another great spot there. Distance you're taking it to, 37.5. First stop, 36.5. I'd probably wait for a little bit more confirmation here, Eka. But another good spot, and that's the Bank Nifty. So you're looking at the entire index here in, I believe, India. So, yeah, very sweet. Nice. Lock win, super chatted $5. Hi Tom, can you do TA on Upstart UPST? UPST. Ooh, I can, but you may not like it. Basically, this type of chart, it's in consolidation. We have to look at the weekly first. So we have rejection wick, rejection wick, rejection wick, bullish wick, indecision all the way across here. And it's actually like very small bodies as well. You can see the weekly has very small bodies. So it doesn't know what it wants to do. Volume is not exactly heavy. 130 plus closure. I probably wouldn't even take that. I'd be looking at like a 134 or a 110, man. A 134 or a 110. From a perspective of, I have no idea which way this thing breaks. At this stage, I'd be going more bearish than bullish. But if you get a 134 plus breakout, then you should be able to go to 160. Previous resistances. It's a good level and good target. And it'll probably be similar to the full distance here. On the short side, you're looking at a 110 breach. And then unfortunately, the pickup might be as low as $80. Good luck. So, market's coming in pretty hot here this morning in head of the Jerome Powell. Just to summarize, got 1,360 viewers here. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us today. I feel like it's going to be a day of opening good just before Jerome speaks, maybe an hour and a half before he talks. The market will go down. He's talking at 2 p.m. New York period, New York time, ET. And then it'll probably pick up after that. Unless he says some miraculous thing. I don't know what he might say. But unless he says some miraculous thing. Stories of the day has been gold, just running like a, bat out of hell. We did a great little summary above that. I will make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll release that hopefully tomorrow or maybe even tonight. And we'll talk about that one. What else have we got here? Got some more super chats coming in. Let's do some of the ones we always look at. So we'll look at Square first, up 1.1%. Square is definitely my kryptonite stock at the moment. Because I should have just left this stock. I mean, I'm up, but we'll see what happens. 250 plus breakout. would be cool. I'll love to see above these wicks. This is the dirtiest looking. I mean, what is this? It's disgusting, guys. Sickness. It's sickness. 248 plus close. Come on, Square. Get it done. Get past these. Give us some participation for the next couple of percent in the S&P and the Nasdaq, and bring us to the holy land of 280. That's all we ask. It's not that hard. PayPal did it. Come on. This thing sucks. But anyway, it is moving. Zillow continues to suck, so we haven't talked about that. Apple continues to be great bull. 2-hour, 20 moving average, if you're following that one. Now, Amazon's an interesting one. If you looked at this candle, you would say this is a nasty looking candle. So it hits a 37 kind of area. That's a bad candle, all right? No doubt, that's bad. But then we look at the big explosive move. We think about where it's pulled back to before. I'm not really too convinced. I mean, I'm still bullish Amazon, but yeah. It's not one I'd be day trading or entering into now. I'd just be bullish it overall. Google grinds higher here. It hit our full take profit expectation, which was, of course, the distance here when it broke through. Gave you another entry. Not too bad. Snowflake we've done. Enphase Energy bounced off the 171. Beautiful entry for people. I'm still feeling pretty good about Enphase. If you're wondering whether or where people will probably start triggering huge amounts of buys, I feel like it's going to be above the 190. Above the 190 zone is going to be where a huge amount of buys come in. Microsoft, big news out of that with the purchases. This thing is on a ripping train. 2-hour 20. Look at it. Oh my God. So beastly is Microsoft. Maybe it goes to $300. I would not buy it at $300, but I would trade it into that location. Why not? What else we got? We got CRISPR. These biotechs are on support. Hopefully they bounce today. These are both on support. So CRISPR, Beam, a lot of those, they're all here. Previous resistances, I make it, you guys know I like this type of thing. Now, if I was to look at this chart and talk to anyone, I would always say that looks suck. That kind of sucks. Where do I think the participation comes back in? It's always going to be a breach of this 146. So you're going to have to give up quite a lot of percentage for that. Go and look at the daily. You'll notice it's right on support. Go and look at the weekly. Again, very important level for it. It must hold this zone, the CRISPR. Otherwise, it could come down even further. It's right at the correct zone at the correct time. Let's see how it plays out. We've got Driverhot, $1.99. Monthly long and short-term chart for wheat. You're mean, bro. I hate wheat. Stupid wheat. Tornadoes and stuff. Let me click on the wheat chart over here. Let me have a look at the weekly here. Let's think about this logically. So wheat broke out the 570 and it went too ballistic, and then it's come back down to support and then engulfed on the weekly. Look at this. See? The engulfment of the wheat chart. Then the monthly, Finviz Elite. The monthly looks like it's kind of underpriced. Wheat's underpriced. But you guys know I hate this so much. Burnt me good, did the old wheat. Stupid futures. I never suggest soft commodities for anyone unless you know how to predict weather. If you can predict weather, you will do much, much better. I actually don't mind that in golf to the buy side, but I still hate wheat. Thank you very much, Drivhot. Ulrich Nielsen, DKK $20. Archon bought at 3.1, eyeing $4.30 above 20 MA on the 4-hour. Oh, we got a lot to catch up here. We've got Daniel, Victor, Michael, whole bunch of people. We'll do your one now, Ulrich, and then we'll get into what our expectations are of good stocks today. So Archon, what the hell happened here, man? You bought it at $3.10. Wow. Ulrich, why do you keep looking at these stocks today? You love buying that. Ulrich's the ultimate dip buyer, guys. He's buying some crazy dips and some crazy levels. Yep, so you got trough, peak, higher trough, higher peak. If you get the sequence and it plays out, man, you get above the 20, then yes, you're right. About 450 would be your target. You're aiming at 430. I think that's conservative. So 430, 450, and you do want to be above all the moving averages. You are correct. 4 hour, 20 exponential. You want to be above this. You always show me some crazy stuff there, though, Ulrich. Jose De Ponte Pereira super chatted $5. Hi, Tom. Can you please have a look at AMC and GameStop? Sure, man. Sure can do. We are 8 minutes away from the market open. Things today that are happening. Gold, firstly. Big trades on gold. We also got Papa Jerome coming out 2 p.m., just so you know. And in general, the market is pretty bullish here in the morning. So AMC, I've got concerns. It's got to hold the line. If it doesn't hold the line today and rally, and it closes underneath this low here, which is effectively pretty much the lowest point, where do you guys think AMC is going? Where do you think it's going? Let me know, chat. So if we close underneath, let's say we get anything like a 37.50, let's say a 37.50. Where is the next stop for AMC? Because it's not bullish at that point. I don't even see a rally coming for quite some time, at least to 30, possibly even at 20. Let's see what the chat has to say about that. Look at GameStop. GameStop also, critical zone, 177. This one's up 0.46. You breach underneath this and get a closure. Where's the next stop for GameStop? 140. 140 for this one. Kent Fowler says it's going to the moon, Tom. Britsu says 32. AMC is going nowhere, says Truly Messiah. 32, 29, 33, 20, 50. And Cody says it's coming back to earth. Truly Messiah says Reddit is taking a break. I agree. They're taking a break and they'll come back with their millions later on. They've been extracting. Believe me, there's a whole bunch of guys you're probably looking at in those forums. I bet you they're taking off some sweet cash at certain key zones. So I would think somewhere around a breach below this level, closure will trigger. I'm going to go with like a 32 to start with, and then next up after that, like a $20. 32 and 20 would be mine. GME/AMC entry was a while back. Yeah, I mean, over here was a great. We talked about it through this zone breach, 15. We talked about the 12. Obviously, we talked about a lot, but to think that I ever thought it would rally to $70, hell no. I thought it would stop well before that. But it just shows that sometimes if you've got the diamond hands, you can make. But I hope you have the diamond scale out as well. 5 minutes till the market open. Let's just get dialed in here. So we'll watch AMC into the open for you guys. We'll watch Tesla because I know you guys love that as well. So we'll do Tesla, 5-minute chart. Feeling optimistic here for Tesla for today. It's opening at 0.56, which I think is a little bit weak. I think it should be a bit more, but make your own decisions. And we'll watch the Nasdaq come in. Amazing. And you guys can pick, as per usual, what do you want to watch on the other side. A few stocks I've been watching as well recently. Things like AMD, QCOM. QCOM should have a decent day in it for the session. I hope it does. AMD up 0.83%. That's great news for the traders here. I'd love to see a 91 kind of 70 closure plus. That would be sweet for this. Trishan says Tilray to the moon. Victor Lau, Super Chat, $4.20. You're the best. Thank you very much. Can you please look at DS? Sure can, man. DS Drive Shack weekly. Ooh, definitely on the moving average, isn't it? 50 exponential moving average. That's the third touch. So it's found support twice. You have had kind of dips underneath and then pullbacks. Yeah, that's right. You only get the pump, guys, if we get the 500 likes. I don't think we're at 500 likes. Someone said like 300 and something. Victor Lau says, Baba. Yeah, Baba is good at this stage. Let's hope it keeps going. So, yes, support, support, support. Oh, it's the time for turnaround. How did it turn around last time? Let's have a look at the 4 hour. Just a massive buying, big bullish wick. Almost no kind of trough peak kind of concept. All right. So I wouldn't predict the bottom, but I would like it if you found buyers here and you could wait. I'd wait for it to close above $3.08. And then once it does that, it should be triggering further buys to the $4 price. Good luck. Yeah, I like to see a little bit more here, but it is on support. Michael, 500 yen. Welcome back, Michael. Evening, Tom. Could you have a look at Amazon and TSM? I'll do TSM first. Taiwan Semiconductor. 3 minutes to go. By the way, guys, beautiful trading here on TSM so far. Up 1.36. I like all semiconductors at the moment. Started rotating into those a little bit last week. Been a bit crap in some ways. I mean, compared to Apple, but they've been doing all right. 125.58. So that is actually above this high over here in the pre-market, which is sweet. Look, I've got decent hopes here for TSM. I would like to see it back at like a 135 handle. It makes sense to me. Problems may be around 128, but I would like to see a 135 plus handle. Something like that. All right, we'll give you guys some hype now. Let's do it. 2 minutes off to the open. We've got quite a lot of cool things here today. We've got Tesla kind of hovering around support. We've got the Nasdaq in general firing, led by the FANG. Gold going crazy. Papa Jerome coming out. Is it the best day to trade? Probably not. Is it an exciting morning? It's not bad at all. All right, let's do this, guys. That's right, Esberger. All right, the chart junkie comes in and says, why do we have economists? So they can make the weatherman look good. Daniel, we got Amazon as well to do. Did I? Oh, yeah. Daniel, force back, knock $50. Can you please do up dog? Sure, man. Let's have a quick look at up dog. You got 1 minute up dog. What is this? Is that actually a thing? You mean D-Dog or Up-Dog? All right. Well, we've got the market coming in. I'll do it after that. Just, here we go. Ding, 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 ding. Welcome to the market open for Wednesday, guys. We are ready with the US 100 on the 15K. It's on the precipice of 15,000. Wouldn't that be cool? Tesla is bouncing here a little bit in the morning. You'll notice it's up. Some rally buyers, the Robin Hooders are coming in. They're saying, I want to buy that thing. I'm done with my AMC. I want to buy Tesla. And I've got net here, but I don't know why I've got net here. We'll put Square there for a second. Oh, Apple, actually. So Apple 147.84. We've got Square coming in 1.47. Google, all the FANG stocks seem to be pretty strong. Biotech definitely not rebounding very heavily on what it has been doing, but a lot of those are on supports right now. Things like CRISPR, etc., right around support in the open. Disney up 1.11%. That's a very strong pick there for that. TDOC 1.47. Cool. QCOM actually mooning 1.94%. Entering participation phase, you would think, above all-time highs. I'll just show you this on QCOM. Well, not quite yet, but definitely biggest closure that we'd have if it does get above. That would be sweet. Uber, Barber, 2.96, a little bit weak. JD and Baidu not doing so well. And then we've got QRVO, that's the Eka one. And AMG was a pretty good trade as well. Yeah, so it's a decent morning here on the open. Looks like everything is holding. I'll be interested to know what happens with Tesla. AMC is taking a bit of a bath here, 38.38. 38.26 now. Ooh. Oh. AMC, please. Why you do this to us? So is Daniel's up dog? I didn't even know that was a stock. Up dog. What is up, dog, guys? Is this a thing? Rashad says, Tom, I secretly believe Harry is here, just isn't talking. Harry, if you're there, man, I want to see you come through with some sweet stuff. I want to see you come through with like, okay, Tesla gets above 700. Harry, you got to come out. Updog is a joke? Oh. I'm not in the mood. Come on, guys. I've been doing live streams. I've been doing webinars. I've been talking all day. I don't know a joke. I don't know. You got me good. I don't even know what that means. I'm telling you, I literally don't know what that means. So you know what? I'm going to do D-Dog because I like Data Dog. I like the Data Dog. That was a good trade when you got through 95. Maybe if you're in this, you're looking for that 120, the 118 golden unicorn. I still don't get it. I guess I better check that out later. Al Howard says, Harry, we miss you. We do. Troy Stewart says, take a break from AMC. These two stocks will move big time. Rail, YVR, buy call options. And then he got deleted. Oh. I love rail stocks, but they're very boring. But they're very raily. BTC, finally getting a little bit of action here. This is not bad. If it closed like this, I'd be very happy. Please, BTC, close like this. Or better. That would be very sweet. Ethereum also starting to ramp up there as well. Nice. It's good to see. US 100 continues, 0.82%. AAPL up 2% now. Wow. Not bad. All right. Well, that probably concludes our Wednesday. We'll just quickly do Amazon for Michael again. As I said before, Michael, I'm not a huge fan of this particular candle here. I feel like Amazon had such a massive run on it. We've got to look back and see where we came from as a percentage. Oops. I also think consumer discretionary won't be doing that well over the next couple of months. So it's gone up 18%. So to put that in perspective, let's have a look at AAPL. This will probably be even more. So AAPL is about 20%. And Google's a lot less. But I think AAPL had more sideways action for a longer period. I mean, that was September all the way through. Amazon, yeah, had been doing okay. Terry or Ter blowing up, says Craig Wood. AMC, we've got to put the fence under it, someone said. I can't put a fence under AMC. I don't believe there is a fence to be put there. I can't draw a fence if I don't think it's there. I'll draw a fence under Tesla for you guys. Why not? We'll put a fence under Tesla. Oh, that's a bad start, but whatever. Put a fence under there. Okay, there we go. We've got our fence under Tesla with a hideous looking candle coming into it. All right, guys, that ends the stream. I am absolutely destroyed. I don't know why I'm so tired, but we'll be coming back tomorrow with another video. We'll, of course, be doing our daily recap when Jerome comes out. Please be aware, 2 p.m. ET is when Jerome will testify. Oh, sorry, 12 p.m. My bad. 12 p.m. Fed Chair testifies. So only a few hours away. And then he will be testifying again, hideously enough, at 9:30 a.m. on Thursday. So we don't get rid of him in one day. He's coming in twice. He just loves making appearances. And then on the Friday, we have core retail sales. I'll be interested in that. And then retail sales generally. So it's an exciting week of news. I hope everyone does as well as they can in the markets. And we continue to see the right types of things playing out. Things like the market moving up during July, the market hitting our trend lines, and then, of course, us watching TLT and making sure that we're very well aware of what the bond market is doing. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to go get some rest, and I'll catch you tomorrow. So I understand your jokes. Bye for now.